Welcome to the Cringe. I'm Cleese Grimes82, giving you a fresh take on The Walking Dead. I love this show! What I love most about it is how it doesn't fucking suck. How it's just as quality as it was from season 1 to season 62. Season 1 is a cultural phenomenon full of great creative ideas, a loving cast that you can rally behind, and all sorts of cool ass shit. Fighting zombies. Carl, we gotta get to the car. Of course, it's based on a comic, which I've read every issue of. I own every one because I'm a geek. I love nerd culture. It took the envelope for TV shows and then it pushed it. And then it kept pushing it until the envelope fell off a cliff. It just did everything. Zombies' heads getting blown off, guts spilling out onto the floor, some sexual encounters from time to time. And here we are, 73 years later, and nothing has changed. It's still top level, grade A quality meat. And the two key ingredients being sprinkled on this prime rib are story and effects, both of which are super fucking good still. Season 1, episode 1, all the way through season 1, end of season 1, looked like a movie. It was just visually stunning. Then season 2 had a budget cut. Okay, we spent a lot of time on the farm. Okay, I get it. We're farm hands now. Okay. But then in season 3, we're in the prison. It's getting dark and gritty again. And then progressively, the budget just got worse. It seemed like, even though the views were going up. And now we're at the point where it doesn't look like a movie at all. It looks like a low-budget TV show. And I think that's great. I love that. I think that's great because then you can focus more on the characters and less on the cinematography that no longer exists. To get around the pesky fact that AMC doesn't want to pump any money into this bitch is the artsy shots they'll do now to mask how kind of dated it looks, like they're shooting on standard def cameras. They'll do close-ups of faces with kind of blurred backgrounds. It really doesn't do anything outside of let you know that the person is scared or angry or tired. We're really getting that emotion pour through because we're so close to their pores. Another thing the show does really well is getting you inside the mind of a binoculars. Every episode, we get a binocular vision. It's really good. It's really cool. I love it. And you get the zoom-ins even. Maybe cut to a close-up of a person's face. On occasion, the show will even say, Daryl. And that's who we're following at the time. And it's nice that they tell you the person that we're following. Otherwise, how the fuck would I know that this is a Daryl story? I wouldn't. They tell me. The show's really good about giving us a lot of characters. So many characters that we don't care about any one of them anymore. Because why should we? They're just going to be killed off in some spectacular fashion at the end of the season to spike the ratings up. Kind of a big blustering start out, followed by padding, followed by a fake death to another fake death to a real death to a cock tease of another death down the road 7 years later. So now where we're at is we have all these different factions of people. And I for one, can't get enough of it. We got the Hilltoppers. We got the trash people who are amazing. I love the trash people so much. Got the swamp people. We got the saviors. We got the kingdom. We got the sanctuary. I love that all of these have names. I love that none of it's absurd and stupid. And I think it's so great that the garbage people, the people that have been living on their own in the trash, they've somehow developed a language of stupid. They can't complete full sentences anymore. Garbage live we in. It's like taking the dialogue from Yoda in the prequels and somehow making it sound even dumber. Awesome. My boy Ricky Grimes, who I've grown old with, who I've followed on this whole journey, is an absolute dumpster fire. I like that over the course of the show, his character has progressed from a good, wholesome father figure to a raging piece of shit that I hate. That's just good writing. I don't want to like anybody anymore. Daryl's on the show maybe 2 minutes an episode. He's usually just got a crossbow and a bad attitude. Maybe he's on a motorcycle promoting his other motorcycle show. I don't know. What are you doing, Daryl? What are you doing? There was a point in season 3 or 4 one of the seasons at the prison. I don't remember. They were there for 13. Where the baby is found missing out of her little car seat and there's blood. And everybody was like, whoa, did they just kill the baby off? That's insane. And also super convenient and actually really good because I don't want to have to see this baby and how bad of a dad Rick is going to be in the future. But then they turned it around. It was like, oh no, the baby's right here. Sorry. Gotcha. There's so many gotcha moments that they're red herrings. They're brilliantly executed, masterfully handled and crafted. And that was the point in the show. When that baby was found to be alive, that I said, yep, this show is now officially amazing. There was a prison virus too, and they showed water and people drinking water and all these weird water shots. And all I'm thinking is, are they getting sick from the fucking water? Turns out no, they were just getting sick from something. It was a big mystery for half of a season, and it just turns out it was just a flu or something. No big deal. At one point, do they go to Terminus, I think it was called, or something like that? I'm really bad with the memory of the Terminus name. But they go there, and they're cannibals. And I was like, holy shit, how are they gonna get out of this one? And then in like an episode, they get out of it. They build up this whole thing in like a season and a half, only to have them escape in the time it takes you to finish a cup of coffee. That's so good. I like that we didn't spend any time there. I like that finally they get out of the woods after this uninteresting season and they get to this cool place full of mystery and cultish people, only to flee the scene instantly. Good. It's just good writing. When Glenn didn't die 7 times, especially when crawling under a dumpster from a horde of zombies, all I'm thinking is, yes, thank you for keeping my favorite character alive and not giving us any stakes or consequences in this show, because we're not at the season finale yet. Can we talk about Negan? Have you heard about him? Have you seen him? Have you heard about him? He's such a cool villain. It's funny when bad guys monologue in old 90s movies and how we call them out on that shit now. That's every episode of The Walking Dead with Negan. All he does is fucking monologue. All he does is talk about his plans and his future, and everything is great. Maggie is so fucking hot on this show, and she's 300 weeks pregnant now. She gets more hot the more pregnant she gets. I can't wait to see her when she's 1,000 weeks pregnant. She's gonna be a bombshell. My favorite thing about the story is it has no purpose at all. It used to be, let's survive and find a cure. Then it was, let's survive and figure out the mystery of the farmhouse. Then it was, let's survive and stay in this prison forever, but we have to battle a war against a crazy person with an eye patch. Calls himself the governor. Then it was, let's fight Negan's army for 7 more seasons. And then nothing. What is this show anymore? Who cares? Sometimes there's zombies in the show, but I don't even care anymore because everything else is so riveting and palatable that the zombies are just kind of throwaway. In fact, you could remove the zombies altogether and I wouldn't even notice because that's how little of a threat they pose. Maybe they should try to go more creative with the zombies. Put people in situations with the zombies that would be scary to get out of and not just stupid. Maybe the zombies could evolve, or there could be a different version of a zombie that could run. Or maybe animals could become zombies. Or I don't know, just maybe something, no, they're doing fine. The action is like watching a terrible B movie. I love B movies. I love the B movie with Jerry Seinfeld. Who doesn't? It's the B movie! It stung me in the heart. I love Eugene! I love how he talks. It's so natural. It's so freaking great. Cool car chases. A guy named Jesus who jump kicks zombies in the face. A CG tiger who blows half the budget multiple seasons only to die in an unspectacular way. It takes the expectations you have and subverts them. It's the Last Jedi of TV shows. Coral's stupid hat and haircut. Yes! If you're not watching The Walking Dead, do yourself a favor and get on board. The show has definitely kept going uphill. It's not going downhill. It's such a good show. At one point, I thought it was amazing. Now, I think it's a fucking portrait come to life. I love The Walking Dead! This is my Bat Lucille. Iron to the face. It's okay, daughter. throws the baby at the zombie. He catches it. Zombie throws it back. I've been on this adventure for so long, I can't step away now. I invested too much time. Otherwise, I'd be aimlessly walking around like a brain-dead fool, wondering what's going to happen and how it's going to end, even though there's not going to be an ending, and if there ever is, it's just going to be a huge disappointment. But I need to know, so that I can sit there, drooling at the side of the mouth, like The Walking Dead. It's brilliant.